Over to you, Benedict, now with sports.
All right, thank you very much, Mamabi. So you're welcome to the sports segment here on the AM show. And of course, a different feel of it, anchoring from home. That's what we've been doing for the past week now. And we have to start here on the local scene. And the Confederation of African Football, that's CAF, they released guidelines for the restart of competitions and respective, leagues across the continent. Well, this morning we are privileged to have on the line with us Dr. Prince Pambo, who is a member of the CAF Medical Committee. They were very, very, integral in the recommendations put out yesterday. The 27-page recommendations put out by the Confederation of African Football. Doc, thanks so much for your time this morning. First of all, we want to find out what triggered, the decision to put together these guidelines.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me this morning, Benedict. So yes, we all know what COVID-19 has caused sports globally. So I must say this particular document, we started work on it months back. I mean, it's not something that just happened, but before we kind of put finality to it, along the line, you noticed or you are aware that CAF communicated to all member associations to indicate to CAF whether they want to continue their leagues, they want to cancel, or whatever plans they have. Of course, CAF also acknowledged the fact that it was going to be very difficult for member associations to really come out clear. People had governments who needed to give them the go-ahead. And you realize that in this particular document, CAF did emphasize that this document would only serve as guidelines and recommendations after your government and your health authorities have given you the go-ahead to stage competitions or to play football in your country. I have said over and over again that CAF does not own any football pitch anywhere. CAF does not own any country. So whatever we do from the point of CAF can only be suggestions. And we thought that, yes. So it kind of went through a series of steps, and the document you see brought together fitness coaches, elite coaches, technical people. It's not only medical. I mean, it had so many other things, but the key point was that a document of such nature needed to come out, given to various member associations. You are not tied down to use this document if you want to resume. If your local federation has another guiding document which you feel is superior to this, all associations are happy, of course, at liberty to use it. But CAF just thought that we needed to do this. And of course, if you read this document, it's quite deep, and personally, I feel it covered most grounds that associations would need to be able to resume football in the midst of this pandemic.
Doc, I've gone through the recommendations, and of course, I've seen that many of the things in there are as a result of what's been happening elsewhere. I'm talking about Germany, England, and Spain.
Right. Yeah, so basically, when it comes to medicine, the language is pretty simple. For instance, if you ask me here to tell you the causes of hypertension, okay, and the prevention of hypertension, whatever I say here from Ghana, from my home right here this morning, if you called my colleague in Manchester and asked him the same question, he's going to tell you the same things. I mean, so when it comes to putting together protocols for fighting COVID-19, I mean, no country has different protocols. We have the same. The same when it comes to sports. Football is football. I mean, 11v11 with a coach, with a technical bench and all that. So whatever recommendations any federation will be putting together is definitely going to look like what FIFA has done, what La Liga has done, what the EPL has done. So yes, That's how come you're seeing literally similar documents. It's the same language we are speaking.
Doc, finally, before I take leave of you, I know some time back you had the view that we shouldn't even start now. We should rather look at somewhere God willing next season. But with what is happening elsewhere, and even on the continent, I know Tanzania have resumed their football. I mean, our football association will take a decision on June 30. At this point, would you advise that those calling for the restart of our league, we should go ahead and do that?
Benedict, so I made this comment way back in March. Okay, and it's probably 3 months down the line, and really we've not been able to start. I mean, the president of the land hasn't even given us the permission. I mean, with the advisors on health issues to the president. I mean, so it still comes to that point that the year 2020, and this was my exact comment, that the rest of the year 2020 does not look very good for football. And of course, whatever is happening in England, whatever is happening in Spain, obviously it's quite far from what we know as football. Just yesterday, I'm sure you probably have heard the news, a couple of players from the EPL have tested positive for COVID-19. Some tennis tournaments being organized somewhere, a few big boys have tested positive for COVID-19. So yes, every decision has its pros and cons. So, and I believe every association, before taking a decision to either resume or to cancel, will have to weigh the various options. But the point has been driven home that whatever kind of sports we will be doing in the year 2020 is just going to be a shadow of itself. And of course, I think society have come to accept it that way, say, biara sort of thing. So, yes, but at the end of the day, like I said, the year is not looking too good for football. And this is not the time for anybody to want to even be a leader in any setting, because some of these decisions are extremely difficult. And we know, I mean, Nigeria just canceled their league. I don't know if I'm right on that. They have to vote. It took a lot of time for them to come to that realization also. So I think whatever decision our leaders will take on the 30th of June would be respected and it will be supported. But of course, we still know our president hasn't even given us a go-ahead to play any football. So we only pray for the best.
Doc, thanks so much for your time this morning. Really appreciate it. So that was Prince Bambo, who is a member of the CAF medical committee. And of course, together with other units of the Confederation of African Football, they put together that 27-page document looking at the recommendations on how the continent should resume football.